Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to Get Hit with the Truth. So today, doing the recap from the Inoue versus Donaire 2 ESPN card that took place on Tuesday, July 7th, actually about a week ago now. It was right in the middle of the week in Japan. That's a big day for them to set up fights. But Inoue versus Donaire 2, their first fight, I believe it was at the end of 2019, I want to say, and it was in the World Boxing Super Series finals, and they actually had a Fight of the Year candidate that surprisingly people, nobody saw Donaire coming in that fight, as Inoue the Monster had ran over his first two opponents, legitimate world champions, knocking them out in a combined 3 rounds in the first and second round. And Donaire had kind of luckily got to the finals by I believe his first opponent, one of the McDonald brothers, I think it was Jamie McDonald, suffered an injury, a back injury, so Donaire got a TKO win there. And then the guy he was supposed to fight in the semifinals suffered an injury the week of the fight and couldn't fight, so Donaire fought a replacement opponent, knocked him out, and got to the finals. And Donaire actually surprised the hell out of everybody, but and fought Inoue very tough. Inoue walked away with a decision, but Donaire had rocked Inoue in that fight, and it really demanded a rematch. So the rematch would take place on June 7th, and it's as I called it. I believe Inoue the first time had overlooked Nonito Donaire, and that's the one thing you don't do, is overlook a Hall of Fame fighter in Donaire, no matter how old he is. Donaire has won titles in 5 different weight classes, I believe. And his best weight class, to be honest, was probably 118. That was probably where he made the biggest noise of his career, and he was at the true height of his prime at 118. So him coming back down to 118, the power is still there. He's still a big guy for 118 pounds, and that was a cardinal mistake by Inoue to overlook him the first time. But the second time, I predicted that Inoue would be very focused and he'd come into this fight, and I thought he was going to break down and stop Nonito Donaire. But he did that way faster than expected. He hurt Donaire badly in the second round and finished him in that same round in a big knockout. And Inoue actually unifies 3 of the 4 belts now at 118 pounds with that big time win. And it just speaks to the greatness of Naoya Inoue. And this guy is truly a top 5, arguably top 3 pound for pound fighter in the world right now. And you really can't argue the height of Inoue and how good he is, because he's taken over a few divisions now and just ran through his opponents. But heading into this rematch, a lot of people thought Donaire was gonna, could pull off the upset, and I felt he could too. But I really, really believe that their first fight was more Inoue overlooking Nonito than anything. And again, not taking anything away from Nonito Donaire. He fought at 39. He fought a guy in his true prime in Inoue, and the first time around, Inoue overlooked him, and Nonito showed you what happens when you overlook a Hall of Fame fighter who's won championships in 5 weight classes. And Nonito went even one further in the 2 fights that he's had since, knocking out undefeated younger opponents, dominating them, and knocking them out, in 4 rounds apiece. So Nonito just, he's definitely a Hall of Famer. Nothing to hang his head about following this defeat to Naoya Inoue. I'm going to do a what's next on them probably later today, actually, on both those fighters. But just the rematch, Inoue leaves no doubt and is now the unified 3 belt holder at 118 pounds bantamweight. So big time win right there. Maybe he goes for undisputed next. We'll see what goes down. But that's what I got. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.